question. Is there any way the media can find out? You already know you're doing something wrong. The mere fact that you don't want anybody to know. So you know you're doing something wrong. And Skip, he wanted to seem so philanthropic. He wanted to change the perception of the narrative.
Bullshit's right.
Now,
That's the honest truth.
man, your videos are looking intense.
He should have paid his taxes and stayed retired.
Really?
But sometimes we have good nights, sometimes we have bad nights, but we always have good paydays.
Shannon Sharpe recently slammed Floyd Mayweather, saying that his financial woes are the result of a $42 million swindle. Sharpe voiced concern about Mayweather's current condition, claiming that age and financial mismanagement have harmed the boxing legend's standing.
Disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on. I ain't see I, R, or S in that ring taking no blows. And I'm supposed to send them, yep, you're supposed to send them their cut. That's the way it works. And what
You owe them about half of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's in Nevada, so which is no state tax. So basically, all you have to do is give them that 33%.
Yeah.
Skip, I get it, and I get the fact like all they're gonna do is waste my money anyway. But that's not the way you do it.
That is not allowed.
We saw other greats. Joe Louis had this problem.
He did.
Sugar Ray Robinson had to come out of retirement in '55 to settle a debt with the IRS, and even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht and you big ballin'. And you won't cut these people their money?
Shannon Sharpe didn't just criticize the scam event. He also questioned Mayweather's continuous usage of exhibition fights. According to Sharpe, Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view sales are no longer based on skill or competition, but rather on show. Sharpe argued that viewers are simply tuning in to see if someone can ever defeat the undefeated legend. He says that these demonstration bouts recall scripted WWE acts rather than real boxing matches. For Sharpe, the problem is not only the quality of the performance, but what it represents. Mayweather's once pristine legacy being sold off piece by piece for cash.
I'm sure he could be 60 years of age and people would still pay per view to watch him box something.
So the lure is still there.
Yeah.
They want to see Floyd get beat, even if it's somebody that's not a name that a YouTuber did something that a world champion couldn't do.
Yeah. Didn't?
Yes.
No.
But I saw Floyd Mayweather get knocked down.
But at what point does Floyd have enough money not to stoop to do these exhibitions? But at some point there is athletic dignity attached to 50 and 0. And that's the allure of this?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, okay?
And the people that they're putting him in there with can't put him in harm's way.
No,
so he doesn't see like, I just, like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
what?
Like, oh my goodness.
Okay.
It definitely was like
Mayweather's name has just been tied to a shocking $42 million swindle, according to Business Insider. This admission added to the criticism of his post-retirement activities. The swindle was more than just a small blemish. It was a massive financial blunder that drew Mayweather further into public spotlight. Fans and commentators alike questioned how someone who had made over $1 billion during his boxing career could become involved in such dirty deals. Critics contend that this participation exemplifies a pattern of profit-driven decisions that disregard ethical or legal constraints.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion."
Floyd Mayweather is notorious for flaunting his fortune by buying many residences and collecting various automobiles in the same colors. His social media feed is full of luxury goods and ostentatious shows, but there is a dark side to the glamour. Mayweather apparently owes the IRS $29 million, raising concerns about his financial management. The same person who made hundreds of millions looks to be struggling to satisfy his basic duties.
All right, this next clip is from 2017 on the Joe Rogan podcast, where Tom Segura and Joey Diaz talk about Floyd Mayweather owing $29 million to the IRS. Now, obviously, this clip was way back in 2017, so it's possible he paid it off. Or it's possible that he owes way more now.
I think Floyd Mayweather has like 6. Does he really? He has so many.
He's hilarious.
His spending habits are hilarious. His cars.
I love him.
And he's got like a whole fleet just in white. He's like, white is right. I got a bunch of.
He's got other
18
colors too, though, man.
Yeah, he does.
Gang of cars.
All
So
matching
man,
up.
you owe that money to the IRS. Why don't you just give him a few cars?
Because he went so deep, so
How much
crazy.
does he owe?
Well, it's more than you want to pay.
Yeah.
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, like what are you talking about, man?
He's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash. Hilarious, I love it.
He has 15 million worth of cars.
Congratulations.
But he doesn't drive.
So also, for those of you who don't know, Logan Paul is suing Floyd Mayweather. And the reason he's suing Floyd Mayweather is because Floyd Mayweather owes him over $4 million after their last fight.
In his never-ending quest for more money, Mayweather has ventured into contentious territory. One of the most criticized events in his post-retirement job was his support for a bogus Bitcoin scheme. Despite being financially successful, Mayweather reportedly took millions to promote this unvetted idea without completing adequate due diligence. As the ruse crumbled, many fans and investors lost money, but Mayweather stayed relatively silent.
At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything what that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does.
Sharpe continued his sharp attack by mentioning Mayweather's practice fight with YouTuber Logan Paul. According to him, this fight was more than just a mismatch. It was a disgrace for an undefeated boxer to face an internet sensation. It seemed like a tragic decline. The match, which lacked the intensity and dignity of traditional boxing, was regarded as a cheap show. Sharpe wondered how a man who had previously dominated the sport could willingly degrade himself for easy money.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
Dude.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah. Get that money.
He'll pick up either 15, 20 mil.
He was a highly respected champion.
Still
He
is.
dominated the sport.
Yes.
Greatest defensive fighter ever. And you're going to stoop to this?
Yep.
It's not even the right Paul. It's not Jake Paul. It's the older
We get
brother.
the brother. We get the brother.
He's
then.
easier.
Look, I was like, I started with the moment Nate Robinson hit that canvas face first. I'm like, who can we nominate as an athlete to get our get back? I looked at James Johnson.
Okay, but it's not Jake, it's the older brother.
I want somebody.
Somebody?
Brandon Marshall, our first thing first, Brandon Marshall. But I'm gonna tell you who good with their hands, and you might not know, Curtis Martin.
So what?
And we want our get back. That's what.
So you want Curtis Martin to fight Jake Paul?
I want him to fight something. We go get our get back. Y'all nothing to have bragging rights.
This isn't even a fight. Nope. This is an exhibition.
No, I know what happens.
How low can you go?
I know you over there. You're like, yeah, we got him. You know, no. We go get our get back. This for the culture. We got to represent. Money, represent.
Represent?
Yep, lump him up.
You represented against Conor McGregor, and it was a worthy fight. It was actually a battle.
We gonna lump him up. Yeah, we gonna lump him up.
Even inside the boxing world, criticism has grown. Dill Haney, a well-known boxing coach and the father of lightweight champion Devin Haney, accused Floyd Mayweather of changing the game, but not for the better. Haney claimed Mayweather had transformed from a recognized boxer to Money Mayweather, a persona completely focused on money gain. Unlike Mayweather, Haney said he values putting on good fights that spectators, like you say the bank does, not want any of it. Why? Why is that? I understand you can't give a man get off Twitter and knock it off, man. If you're the face of boxing, please send over something. Man, do you understand what I am saying? Something respectful, as if you're actually trying to achieve this, since every fighter Devin works with is paid by the most money. Guy. Take it off. Guy. That's bad business, man. Do you understand what I am saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare system feed you for real. You understand? Yes, for real, since that is where you will be in the welfare line. You keep on giving them bogus fights and whining that we didn't charge $57. Listen, we're going to offer you the best bouts and get everyone in there. You understand? Because that is what we do. And we pay the fighters, we provide fans the chance to come in. He keeps saying it's an old business strategy to charge people for fights and that you're the face of boxing because you just keep ramming it down their throats. Guy, the Mayweather era is dead. Man. Mayweather's Devin Haney era is dead. You hear me? It's over. Floyd never accomplished what Devin did at 25. Tank did not do it. Nobody else tried it. Even after retirement, Mayweather continues to make millions of dollars through practice fights. These fights have limited competitive merit and rarely include actual contenders. Instead, they are planned as entertainment spectacles, frequently pitting social media stars against inexperienced fighters. Critics contend that this method undercuts the basic definition of boxing. Mayweather, once considered as a strategist with unrivaled defense and footwork, now appears to be a businessman selling nostalgia rather than an athlete defending his image. It was crazy that everyone kept asking me, why are you not returning to fight? Why aren't you returning to fight? So I look at the fighting game man say, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, or $7 million. Some may make $10 or $20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions, and I'm making 20, 25, or $100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight for a guaranteed $35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and earning $100 million in? Tension exploded at a heated press conference where Floyd Mayweather boasted about his fortune. Conor McGregor immediately struck back, implying that Mayweather should not brag about money he does not actually have. McGregor openly accused Floyd of not paying his taxes and claimed that his return to the ring was motivated by financial desperation. The debate showed a contradiction. The self-proclaimed richest fighter living nevertheless relies on fight exhibitions to support his lifestyle. What's the point of seeing it again? The first one wasn't awful, but the whole point was this sense of anticipation and unpredictability. And what would it be? Well, you got to see what it was. He got marched down and beaten up. Yeah. It seems like Floyd might realize within himself that that's the last giant money fight he can make. It would have to be as close to a real fight as possible. I mean, it's a Conor who can still throw his hands, although to your point, the brand is damaged and you know he needs to win badly in the UFC to revive that. But I wonder if Floyd at 45 is saying to himself, if I've got to fight one more time, Luke, because of his age. You never know, right? But to your point, It's tough to feel excited about it until one or both of them are riding a certain degree of momentum. Conor McGregor challenged Mayweather not only in the fight, but also in terms of his morals. He plainly claimed that Mayweather should have paid his taxes and stayed retired. McGregor claimed that playing low-tier exhibition matches was not only embarrassing, but also proof of financial mismanagement. Those who were tired of witnessing Mayweather dance with influencers for a quick cash praised the statement. It wasn't only about taxes. Great, I feel good about working hard and not dealing with his own tax issues. That's quite heavy, bro. It is, especially when I'm on top. Legendary British boxer Chris Eubank joined the argument, disputing Mayweather's claim to be the best. Eubank agreed that Mayweather is the highest-paid boxer in history, but claimed that financial success does not promise greatness in the ring. He stressed that legacy should be defined by the quality of fighting, courage demonstrated, and inspiration left behind, rather than the quantity of one's financial account. Eubank's comments show the growing gap between Mayweather's financial success and his sporting prominence. Floyd Mayweather Jr. wants to be the best ever. Has anyone accounted for this observation? I have never seen him lose. You only know a man by how he accepts loss, so I can't give him a grade, but the fact that my own child chose him as a role model over me, the father, the gentleman, well, he's a playboy because that's what he symbolizes. He has clubs, or he had clubs, and he wears bling. Oh, this is how I'm living. I'm wearing a frock and, for a bit of fun, a bear rapper and former acquaintance. 50 Cent has also weighed in claiming that all of Mayweather's money has basically evaporated. He said that while other boxing legends focused on their craft and left lasting legacies, Mayweather became obsessed with financial gain. The difference, according to 50 Cent, is that real legends didn't chase money, they chased glory. Even Floyd, like we got issues over anger, he's still the best fighter out there until somebody beat him. That's who he is. Do you think you should step back in the ring? I think it got to right now because the money gone, so the money's really gone. Yeah, that's what you think is fight, get the money, spend the money, fight. All that money took been 2 years, so is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like, I don't want to talk about, like, with the lifestyle that money is gone. Trust me, now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub cause you need that action right now. Viral TikTok expose pulled back the curtain on Mayweather's brand, claiming that many of his promotions failed to deliver. Fans were allegedly scammed out of money for events or merchandise that never materialized. The film suggested that Mayweather created his business on hype rather than substance, leveraging his celebrity to generate buzz without offering genuine value. This type of behavior not only tarnishes his commercial image, but it also erodes the faith of his devoted fan following. I am really astounded that Floyd Mayweather, the world's highest-paid boxer and one of the most famous people, has managed to become a repeat offender as an NFT scammer. Guess what? Drop. And yes, I'm the money man, but guess what? Sure, we're not finished yet. They told me there was still scamming to be done. And it wasn't over. My God. Autographed gloves, oh my God. That is wonderful. 2,000 people who invest in his NFT project have the chance to win autographed gloves. It's weird, but you might be thinking if he actually followed through on his promises and sent these gloves. Of course you did. Money. May you all know the rest. Money. May you all know what happens next. You were just tricked again. ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith gave a larger viewpoint, assessing how Mayweather's image has influenced the next generation. Smith argued that new sportsmen today respect Mayweather not for his boxing prowess, but for his cash account. They emulate the attitude, swagger, and spectacle, rather than the discipline or devotion. They prefer Mayweather as a businessman. As the sun sets on Mayweather's boxing career, many people might ponder on a variety of topics touching him. He wasn't a Mike Tyson-style knockout artist or Tommy the Hitman. Many people think Hearns was not even Sugar Ray Leonard, and he cannot be confused with Muhammad Ali or any other fighter who has ever been socially conscious. He was definitely guilty of domestic violence, as our own The Undefeated correctly pointed out. Despite all of the criticism, he had his fair share of boring fights that failed to deliver what the audience wanted. Mayweather is unfazed. When pushed about the criticism, he just stated that people will hate you whether you do something good or bad, so do whatever makes you happy. This comment captures his mindset, unconcerned about public opinion and driven exclusively by personal satisfaction. While that mentality may provide him with peace of mind, supporters question if Mayweather still interested in the sport that propelled him to fame. In the end, his search of happiness may cost him his respect, image, and the history he once stood for. Floyd, you seem pretty happy talking about money, and a lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your thoughts around money? Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a horrible person. I mean, I want to have the better things in life, and money doesn't make me. I make money, and I like to feed my family. You know, we can't feed our family just saying I love you. You know, money is able to put us in a place so we can have a finer things in life, so we can travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We can travel to Dubai and other places and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you can do those. This ends today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.